Hi boys and girls, we're going to be doing 15.5, lesson 15.5, and it is about centimeters and meters. Okay, so pull out your ruler that we gave you in your box. We're going to be using the smaller end where the numbers are closer together and the measurements are 1 centimeter for each. Where the other side, the numbers were farther apart and the measurement was bigger and it was 1 inch. Okay, so when we look up here at the top of our page, 1 centimeter, I'm also going to put cm period so that you remember the abbreviation, and meter is m period. Things that are 1 centimeter big would be a paper clip. So I'm going to do this, like this, and it's this part right here. It would be about 1 centimeter. So I'm going to put paper clip. Of course, it's not very neat, but you know. And then this right here, the side of this eraser is about 1 centimeter. Okay. Height of eraser. This will be. Sorry, it's not real beautiful, but you get the hint. And then also width of pinky. Okay, now a meter, I don't have a meter stick here, but I'm going to pull out the yardstick again, which remember how big a yardstick is? Somebody remember? It is 3 rulers long. 3 rulers long. Okay, and a ruler is 12 inches. So a yardstick is 36 inches, but a meter stick is a little bit longer than a yardstick, about 4 inches longer. Okay, so when we think about centimeters, they're really small, like the width of your pinky. Okay, paper clip, and a meter is a lot bigger, like baseball bat, width of a desk, table. Okay, so I'm going to put a meter could be about a desk. A smaller table. Baseball bat. All right, so those are some things that are about the length of a meter. Remember, if I am going too quickly, just pause. Okay, on this one, let's go up to the top and it says, let's see if I can. I gotta get my paper all organized here. You can use a ruler or a meter stick to measure length. So there's a ruler And there's a meter stick. Look at how nice and long that is. Okay? The button is about a centimeter. So it's another example. So we can put button over there. Okay? A long step is about a meter long. And that would be how wide your legs have to go. I mean, you have to really stretch for you guys to step about 100 centimeters. So it's three rulers and a little more. So one ruler has 30 centimeters in it. So 3 would have 90 plus 10 more of another one would equal 1 meter. All right. And then it says estimate and measure. So this cube, their best guess was 3 centimeters, but when they actually measured it, it ended up being 2, not quite 3. Here's the halfway mark, and it did not go past that halfway mark, so it's still 2. If it went past this mark, it would be closer to the 3, and you'd have got 3. Do you remember that? All right, so let's take a look at this. It says match each object with an estimated measure. All right, so what you're going to do is, over here we have 1 centimeter, 10 centimeters, 1 meter, 10 meters. Remember? Centimeter. Okay. So you have to match which one of these would go with what. All right. So which one is the smallest when you look at measurements? Is it 1 centimeter, 10 centimeters, 1 meter, or 10 meters? Okay, remember that on the ruler, the centimeter is the smallest. So we have 1 centimeter and 10 centimeters. So 1 centimeter is the smallest. So which one over here is the smallest? So you would guess correct if that was it. So you would just draw a line. Okay, which one is the largest? Okay, well, 1 centimeter was the smallest, so we know 10 centimeters is not the largest. So which one of these, 1 meter or 10 meters? Well, 10 meters is higher than 1 meter, so 10 meters would be the largest. So which one of these pictures would probably measure the biggest? And you are right if you said that big truck. So that would be 10 meters. So now we have 10 centimeters and 1 meter left, okay? Now, if you forget, now look up here. This is 8 centimeters, okay? This is 8 centimeters. So would that be a crayon or a table that you would sit at? So I'm like, I'm not quite sure yet. So now I'm going to pull out my ruler and I'm going to look at 10 right there. So would my table be that big to sit at? 10 centimeters, or would it be that yardstick long? Remember that yardstick? I'm holding it up, my picture. So which one would that be? You are right if you said that the table would be 1 meter. Crayon would be 10 centimeters. Sorry. 1 meter table, 10 centimeters crayon. Would it be easier to use centimeters or meters to measure the length of a house? Okay, so these are centimeters to measure the length of a house. And these, you got to look at me, are meters to measure a house. Which measurement's bigger? Centimeters or meters? You're right if you said meters is bigger than centimeters, because remember, centimeters are so small you can measure paperclip. Now, if we're going to measure something as big as a house, which one would be the smart choice? Yes, the meter stick. So would it be easier to centimeters? We're going to say meters because a house is large, so we need a larger unit of measure. And I'll leave that up there for a second so that you may copy it. And remember, if you do not have enough time, just pause, finish writing, and go on. Okay, now we're going to take a look at this. It says, estimate the length of each object shown. Use a ruler or a meter stick to measure. So we're going to use a book that I'm going to be reading to you. Actually, I already videotaped or recorded 2 readings of this, 2 chapters of this, but boys and girls, I don't even know where I put it on my computer. I have looked and looked everywhere of where this video, I remember reading it and getting ready to upload it, but I have no idea where it is. So I'm going to have to read it again today, and it will be on the computer a little bit later. Okay, I'm going to do a few chapters, I think, of Miss Cuddy is Nutty. Yeah, Mrs. Elbers is nutty. I can't even find the recording. All right, so I'm going to guess how many centimeters wide this book is. Let's say 12. All right, so now I'm going to put my ruler up and line that first black line up with the edge, the very edge. And it is 13, so not bad. 13 centimeters, so it was only 1 centimeter off. Okay, now the next one, it says meters. Pay attention, this one says meters. So I'm actually going to measure the desk I'm sitting at right now. Okay, so just imagine that I have my yardstick, and I'm going to put the first black line right on the edge of my desk. Put them on. And I am going to read what it is at the end. And actually, I forgot to guess. I was going to say 1 meter. Sorry, 1 meter. And I am guessing, and it is actually 35 inches, which is 1 meter. 1 meter is 36 inches. So I'm going to put 1 meter because it's just 1 inch shy of being a whole, actually a yard. So it would be, what, 5 inches off from being a meter. But that's okay, it's closest to just 1 meter. All right, the next one is a box of crayons. I do not have a box of crayons right now. I put those away. So I just want you to guess at how big you think a box of crayons might be. I would say 7 centimeters, and then you can go ahead and measure that at home. Okay? And if you don't have a box of crayons, use a deck of cards. And just guess, and then write the centimeters. And then a bookshelf at home. Guess how many meters long a bookshelf would be at your house. I'm probably thinking 1 or 2 meters. And then actually measure it. Remember, it'll be a little over 3 rulers long for 1 meter. Okay? So you can do both of those at home. John says that his toy truck is about 6 meters long. Do you think this is a good estimate? It's a toy truck. Toy truck. All right. Remember that this is a meter stick? Do you think that John's toy truck is 6 of these long? I'm just thinking that. That's probably not the case. So, do you think it's a good estimate? No. 6 meters long would be closer to the measurement of a real truck, not a toy truck. Yeah, 6 meters would be closer to what a real truck would be versus a toy truck. And you could pause if you need more time. And then we're going to take a look at this. Mr. Gavin has a ladder that is 100 centimeters tall. 100 centimeters. Okay? So 100 centimeters, if you recall, 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So Mr. Gibbon has a ladder that is 1 meter long, or 100 centimeters. Miss Cornell has a ladder that is 2 meters long. Hers is 2 meters, or 200 centimeters. So which ladder is taller? Miss Cornell. Which animal is about a centimeter? Remember, that's a measurement of your pinky, how wide your pinky is. Would it be a skunk? What is it, a snake? Caterpillar? Ladybug. You are right if you guessed ladybug. Write about 2 different objects you might find outside. One object is about a centimeter long, and the other object is about 1 meter long. And you want to write 2 sentences, complete sentences. So you might say, I found a little pebble that is 1 centimeter long. And I also found a stick that is 1 meter long. Or you could say, I was outside and found a bug that was 1 centimeter long. Period. I also found a chair that was 1 meter long. My son's golf club that was 1 meter long. A scooter that was 1 meter long. A bike that was 1 meter long. But you got to write them in a sentence, okay? Are there any? Oh, there's no questions because you guys can't ask any questions. Oh, silly me. Okay, so hopefully you understood everything. And my son is in Mrs. Sawatsky's class, and she uses code words for her kids. And I'm going to start using code words with you. So if you watched this video before you go ahead and do 15.5 homework, so I'm going to have you take a second and get out 15.5 homework. I'm going to pull it out right now. You pull it out, put your name on it. Put your name up there. And also up at the top, I want you to put the word stinky for that skunk that was in that picture. Stinky. So on the line, you're going to put your name and the word stinky. Code word stinky. That's going to give you a point on your homework if you watched the video. Okay? So you'll get 1 extra point for this. All right, I'm going to kind of go quickly through this. This bead's about a centimeter long. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, which we talked about. You would need 100 of these beads to get to a meter. Okay? About how long is each object? Would you say this is a centimeter or a meter? Keep in mind a pinky is about a centimeter. This looks like a, oh my goodness, it is, it's not a tongue depressor, it's a popsicle stick. A popsicle stick. So this long, that little line right there, is it a centimeter or a meter? Button, about a centimeter or a meter. A room, 3 centimeters or 3 meters. So you circle it, I believe. Yep, circle the answer. And over here, circle the object that is about each length. Which one's about a centimeter? So that would be the earring or the boy, how tall he is. A meter, the bench or that cube. A centimeter, the bike or the ring. Which line is about a centimeter long? You could even use your ruler for that one. And how long are these two cubes joined together? How long are they together? And that answer would go right here. So measure that cube and that cube. So measure the first cube and the second cube, and then how much they are together. All right, don't forget the code word up at the top, and we'll see you next time for 15-6. Bye now.